Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and we are going to be talking about the term red pill. We'll talk a little woke, we'll talk a little truther, because behind all of it is a big, fat, steaming pile of bull, you know what. And you're like, Jason, whoa, well, you're rocking my world here, Jason. But here's the thing. If you've ever noticed, I've never put any of those terms, not only in my video titles, but in my vernacular, unless to talk about them specifically in a manner that I think adults should talk about them. And we're going to get into all of that and why really the term red pill is really brought to you by the false prophets of Hollywood and technology. And that's the reality of the situation. It's going to be uncomfortable for a lot of people to hear because they use these terms intermittently so much. But I hope you're going to stick with me, and I hope your heart's in this one because it's a very important breakdown. I want to remind everybody, okay, that YouTube is so red-pilled and woke, right? Red-pilled and woke and into the truther movement that I'm fully demonetized here. I believe we put in almost 10 days ago to try to get remonetized. Not holding my breath. Not holding my breath, folks. So if you can support me, please do so. 5, 10, 15 bucks. It means the world to me. Big donors. We're getting ready to go around the country and expose the states that have not shut down. We're going to show how society should be. I hate walking down the street and having people throw a mask over their face or walk on the other side of the street. I miss human interaction, as many of you do. Please go check out my earlier walk and talk. And before we get going, I want to remind people, if you want to see what's really going on in this country right now, Shade the Motion Picture and Invisible Empire are must-watches, and you can watch them for free in the documentaries playlist section right here. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video, the red pill. Now, obviously, the red pill became pop culture terminology pre 9/11 via the 1999 film The Matrix, which spawned just mega success, right? 2 other movies, The Animatrix, which I really happen to like, and a storyline that supposedly told you of an imprisoned humanity that took the red pill, woke up, and rose up against their digital oppressors. But is that really what we're talking about? Okay, so for those that don't know, in this film, okay, the main character, Neo, and I would think it's hard for you not to know this, is offered a choice at one point to either see the real world for what it is or take the blue pill. It's a red pill to see the real world, and the blue pill, okay, if he wants to stay and remain in the Matrix forever. And those that get quote-unquote red pill, they see the truth. Sorry, you don't. Sorry, we're all lied to on a daily basis. And if you look at that film and the series, right? First of all, I recommend The Animatrix very much because it tells the story of how man falls to AI and machines and ensues their own doom. Okay? That's an important storyline that a lot of people have missed and never seen in The Matrix. They're really the prequels, and there's some other stuff in there that I think is extremely interesting. Now, don't get me wrong, I get it. I think the storyline, especially on the original one, is very compelling and good. But what happens by the end? Well, in the second Matrix, you're kind of introduced to this idea that there were many Matrixes before, and this is continually happening. And even at the end, where, you know, supposedly Neo becomes like this infinite being that's going to take on and arise from humanity, it's left ambiguously to make you ask the question whether or not we are all just kind of stuck in this simulation. Now, who's big on that simulation theory, by the way? Guy named Elon Musk. We're going to get into him because that's why people are talking about the red pill. Elon Musk, who's been propped up by your media military industrial complex as some kind of a savior and a hero for humanity, has said, take the red pill. Yeah! Yeah! But then the creator of The Matrix has hit back, and I'm going to show you how ridiculously Orwellian all this is. Now, first of all, let's talk about the Wachowski brothers, because the Wachowski brothers are the ones that put together The Matrix. Now, back in the day when only one of the Wachowski brothers decided to transition and actually have surgery and become a transgendered female, uh, I had been in Hollywood here and there. We were trying to get Loose Change into theaters at the time. And, people on the inside were telling me that they were both like into dungeon and torture stuff. Well, let me say this. It's not the Wachowski brothers anymore. It's fully the Wachowski sisters, as now both Wachowskis have transitioned into women. All right? And one of those transgendered women has attacked Elon Musk and said, "How dare you use this term?" Now it's a term, red pill is now what associated with the alt-right, okay? With even Trump, with men's rights, with all these things that shouldn't be labeled other than truth. I mean, if you're really talking about reality and truth in a red pill, it's even been obfuscated by the red party, the right. Like that had something to do with it, right? Red and blue, Democrats are blue, all been obfuscated. And then to make Elon Musk some kind of a hero in this situation, because he's one of the few people that's opposed the lockdown, that's in that technology or celebrity or both category, right? As he's being promoted as, this nuanced Hollywood-esque type figure, he wants to reopen his factories. And now Trump's daughter is like, yeah, fully further associating a red pill with a right wing or even a Republican ideology, falling you back into a false paradigm of left and right. You see what I'm doing? You see where I'm going with this? Okay, do you not understand how this works? Now let's talk about Elon Musk really quickly and why he is no hero to you and I. How he will be another oppressor. No matter what he puts out there on the surface, I need people to understand that Elon Musk is behind commercializing artificial intelligence and brain chips for humans. Technology that is not new, by the way. Technology that is old, that originated in DARPA decades ago. All right? And yes, he is already put a microchip, a brain microchip in monkeys and enabled them to control computers with their minds. This is not science fiction. This is factual. Okay? Threading, taking these micro threads, drilling a hole in your head, and then putting a attached Bluetooth device and then covering it up in a human being is not where we need to be in humanity, ever. I truly believe that. Technology is a double-edged sword. If that same procedure will give a man sight again or the ability to walk and stop paralysis, I get it. I get it. But if it's going to be an intermittent link between us and artificial intelligence or us and some kind of a digital system, it will be hellacious. The results will be unbelievable. And those foolish enough to do this, to become fully transhuman, will have wished they did not fall into this paradigm of left and right and red pilling. Here's another thing I don't get from a lot of you out there, okay? You're so against 5G. You've seen the studies, you understand that, but then you promote Elon Musk, who is putting up 1 million small antennas to deploy 5G via his Starlink network. And meanwhile, SpaceX is telling you, we're going to the moon in 2024, and then we're going to Mars. They're not going fucking anywhere. That's not what this is. SpaceX is there to deploy the satellites, the 5G satellites that will encompass the globe, that will be directed here to Earth. That is what that is for. That is reality. Not some false paradigm where they get you into a hip terminology so you can be trendy. I've never been trendy. You know when I use the term woke? When hell froze over. I never use that term. Because, number one, it doesn't really mean anything. And it's massively manipulated all the time to fit either a leftist or a far-right agenda that, in my opinion, is a false paradigm anyway. It's the same thing with the term truther. A lot of people get confused on that. Well, Jason, I thought you're an OG truther, Jason. I've been called an OG truther. truther from back in the day. Guys, I do this, and I started doing this to tell the truth. There is a big difference. If you don't understand that the term truther was erected to discredit the 9/11 truth community that wanted accountability for the FBI's malfeasance, okay, by covering up voices like Robert Wright and others and covering up the money movements, okay? If you don't understand what that's about, if you don't understand about the Pakistani ISI and their monetary connection, if you don't understand it's to cover up the Israeli operatives that were arrested before 9/11, on the day of 9/11, and after 9/11, then you're not getting it. If you don't understand, they used the term truth and then made truther to obfuscate from the fact that the military was running almost identical drills simultaneously on the morning of 9/11 and had several of these drills scheduled prior that were going on, including hijacks via Amalgam Virgo, where Osama bin Laden was on the cover. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't understand, they don't want you to know that these drills continued for 20 minutes after Flight 93 was downed supposedly in that field in Pennsylvania, in a place called Cheyenne Mountain. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not trying to red pill you. I'm trying to get you to go out and look up that information yourself and share it with others. I don't need to call you a truther, because now they say truthers don't believe anything that's in the mainstream. That's never been me. I've always said, take as many sources as you can. Then, after you've done a little bit of research, use your discernment. Try to visualize a picture that way. Try to be open to real conversations from real people. Not propped up billionaires that are part of the technopoly that are now, oh, he said the red pill. He wants to open up shop. He's leaving California. Musk. He wants to put a brain chip on you and deploy 5G technology. Not wants, is doing it. Is doing it. Bragging about it on the Joe Rogan Experience. I'm really at a loss. And that's why you'll never see me embrace this type of, again, Hollyweird propagated nonsense from false prophets of entertainment and tech. And that's reality. So guys, if you want to support what I believe to be the truth, please consider my GoFundMe. Again, fully demonetized on this platform. I really hope I don't get taken off, as you know, we're 54,000 strong. I need you to thumbs the video up, subscribe, share, and try to grow this channel. But you know, I'm not hopeful when so many things are not only being demonetized, but taken off of these large platforms altogether. So while you can, okay, please check out my documentary films that are in the documentaries playlist. Shade the Motion Picture, Invisible Empire. They are so important right now. Shade the Motion Picture is so important right now. People talking about Bill Gates today. That film is out in 2013, guys. I was talking about him way before that. Of course, Fabled Enemies and Loose Change if you want to learn the truth about 9/11. And really, one of the cataclysms that created the right problem, reaction, solution to begin another phase of this New World Order, which was the war on terror. That's reality. That's reality. So again, like, share, and subscribe while you can. I am on the Minds Network. And guys, we are putting 5 exclusives a week over at Rockfin. And for free tomorrow, you can sign up for Rockfin right now. Create an account, follow me. Noon Tuesdays, we stream live for free. So that's one of the exclusives, but it's for everybody. It's not premium content. If you do endorse me for $9.99 a month, you get everybody's content. It's a Netflix for creators. As you can see, there's a ton of different choices on here. A lot of stuff outside of the realm of free thinking media. So I just want to say, guys, before you adopt some kind of terminology that you feel is trendy or you feel is effective, look to the roots of what it really means. It's why I don't say drinking the Kool-Aid, right? Most of those people in Jonestown were shot. It's why I don't call people lemmings, because it was Disney in a documentary that pushed lemmings off the edge. They don't kill themselves, folks. That's not real. That's Disney propaganda, literally. So if you didn't know that, you can look up both those things right now. Find out how most people at Jonestown didn't drink the Kool-Aid. They ran away and they were shot to death. Yeah, a lot of people don't want you knowing that, and there's various reasons for it. But we talk about the truth here. So, guys, thank you for joining me. I will be back later today. Remember, every week, Monday at 6 p.m., I do Mixed Martial Mindset Live with John Fitch, MMA legend. We'll be definitely doing that today. I want to thank you guys for all the support, especially in this difficult time over the weekend. Putting my very loved one, Karma, down. It was tough. So, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.